Welcome back to Python tutorial. Today we are going to learn arithmetic operators in Python programming. Arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations like addition, multiplication, subtraction, and many other operations which we can be done using the integers or the numbers in Python. Addition is like putting numbers together to get a bigger number. For example, if you add 2 and 3, you get 5. Let's say we provide print function over here. Inside the print function, we created 5 plus 6 as the parameter. What will happen is here, the plus operator used to add these two values. So when we print this code, we'll get the output 11. So what we have done here, we simply add the plus operator to add two numbers. Let us check with the same by using variables. Let's say we have 5 green apples and 10 red apples. What is the total number of apples? So here is the code for that. Green apple and red apple each representing the quantity of green apples and red apples respectively. The quantities are assigned numerical values. Green apples equal 5. This is assigned 5 and red apple is assigned 10. So the next line calculates the total number of apples by adding the quantities of green apples and red apples together using the plus operator. Total underscore apple is equal to green apple plus red apple. Finally, the code prints out the total number of apples using the printf function. So printf total underscore apple. So if you run this code, so when we run this code, it will output the sum of green apple and red apple, which is 15. So this is how addition works in Python. Next, we'll move on to the subtraction. Subtraction is taking one number away from another. If you have 5 apples and you eat 3 of them, you have 2 left. Yes. So here, total apples equal 5, 8 apples equal 3, apples underscore left equal total apples minus 8 apples. So in this line, total apples equal 5 assigns the value 5 to the variable total underscore apples, representing the total number of apples initially available. So 8 underscore apples equal 3. This line assigns a value 3 to the variable 8 underscore apples, representing the number of apples that have been eaten or consumed. Apples underscore left equal total underscore apples minus 8 underscore apples. This line calculates the number of apples left by subtracting the number of apples that have been eaten. So from the total number of apples, the result is assigned to the variable apples underscore left. So when we have initially 5 apples and you eat 3 of them, running this code will output 2, indicating that you have 2 apples left. So let's check with the output. Here is the output. Now we'll see how multiplication works in Python. Multiplication is like adding group of numbers. For instance, if you have 3 groups of 2 apples each, you have a total of 6 apples. So here, number underscore groups equal 3. This line assigns the value 3 to the variable name number underscore groups. It representing the number of groups of apples. So apples underscore per underscore groups equal 2. This line assigns the value 2 to the variable apples per group, representing the number of apples in each group. Total underscore apples equal number groups times apple per group. This line calculates the total number of apples by multiplying the number of group by the number of apples in each group. So when we print, the result is stored in the variable total underscore apples. So the print of total number of apples, comma, total underscore apples. This line prints the total number of apples using the printf function. Here is the output. It indicating that there are 6 apples in total when you have 3 groups of 2 apples each. We'll move on to the division. Division is the opposite of multiplication. It is splitting a number into equal groups. If you have 6 apples and you want to share them equally between 2 people, each person gets 3 apples. So here, total underscore apples equals 6. This line assigns the value 6 to the variable total underscore apples. It representing the total number of apples available. And then num underscore peoples equal to. This line assigns the value 2 to the variable num underscore people. It's representing the number of people that apples will be shared with. And then calculate the number of apples each person gets. Apple underscore per underscore persons equal total apples slash number underscore apple. This line calculates the number of apples each person gets by dividing the total number of apples. In Python, this simple use for the division. So this is a simple division operation. Print of each person gets apple underscore per underscore person, comma apples. This line prints the result using the printf function. It displays the text each person gets, followed by the value of apple per person, which represents the number of apples each person gets, and finally the text apples. So when we run this code, it will output 3.0 apples. It indicating that each person gets 3 apples when 6 apples are shared equally between 2 people. Here we'll check how floor division works in Python. Total underscore apples equaled 6. This line assigns the value 6 to the variable total underscore apples, representing the total number of apples available. Number underscore peoples equal 2. This line assigns the value 2 to the variable number underscore people, representing the number of people the apples will be shared equally between. Apples underscore per underscore persons equal total underscore apples slash number underscore people. So this line calculates the number of apples each person gets by performing integer division of the total number of apples by the number of people. So integer division ensures that the result is rounded down to the nearest whole number. So here print of each person gets apple per person apples. This line indicating that each person gets 3 apples when 6 apples are shared equally between 2 people. In Python, we use these two slash symbol for floor division. So we'll check with the output. So here we get the 3 apples as the output, which is rounded down to the nearest whole number. So this is how floor division works in Python. Now we'll check how modulo operation work in Python. The modulo operator calculates the remainder. So when x is divided by y, in this case 5 divided by 2 equals 2 with a remainder of 1. So the value of z will be 1. So this line prints the value of z, which is the remainder of x divided by y. In this case, the output will be 1. So when you run this code, you'll get the output of 1. So in Python, the percentage symbol used to work for the modulo operation. Finally, we check how exponentiation works in Python. For this, we use double time asterisk symbol to get exponentiation value. X equal to, this line assigns the value 2 to the variable x. Y is equal to, this line assigns the value 2 to the variable y. Z is equal to x double time asterisk y. This line calculates the result of x raised to the power of y using the exponentiation operator, the double time asterisk symbol. In this case, 2 raised to the power of 2, which equals 4. So print of c, this line prints the value of c, which is result of 2 raised to the power of 2. So it will output 4. Let's check with the output. Here is the output 4 as 2 raised to the power of 2 equals 4. I hope you all understand how arithmetic operations works in Python. Keep coding, kids. I'll catch you all in the next class. Happy coding, kids!